This video is brought to you by my latest book, How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar, a comprehensive guide to doing exactly that, playing melodic rock lead guitar. This is not just some collection of scale patterns and tabs, although you do get plenty of those, but you also get an entire chapter on how to come up with your own licks, as well as video content, tutorials and demonstrations, loads of jam tracks, and all the way through I'm encouraging you to expand your fretboard knowledge and showing you how you can think in a more musical and melodic way. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Tuesday, you know what that means, it's a top 5 list, and well, as I often say, you've seen the thumbnail and read the title, so you kind of know what I'm going to be talking about here. Very sadly, recently we lost a true genius of the musical world, none other than Brian Wilson. And I recently did a video on reasons why I love the Beatles, and there were a lot of comments in that video about, well, yeah, but you've got to talk about the Beach Boys as well. And then within, a couple of weeks after that, Brian had sadly left us, and I didn't want to be disrespectful and jump on a bandwagon or anything like that, but neither did I want to just not say anything about it. So what we're doing today are my 5 favourite Beach Boys moments, performances, songs, whatever you want to call them. Some of these are on this list because of the sheer musical genius that underpins them. Some of them are on the list because they just have nice, happy memories for me, and I would say pretty much all of them are a combination of those two things. So these are my 5 favourite Beach Boys performances, moments, songs, whatever you want to call them, starting with
God Only Knows.
Yes, it's no coincidence that there were a multitude of videos about this song when Brian passed away. Just observing the sheer musical complexity of it, and the inspiration. I'm probably going to be using the word genius many times throughout this video, and if there's one song that this can apply to or should apply to, it's definitely this one. Yeah, absolutely gobsmackingly complex when you lift the kind of the hood up a bit and have a look and see what's going on. And, as I've said many times, one of the things that sort of turns me off a little bit is when a complex piece of music wears its complexity on its sleeve, and kind of it's all about saying, look at me, aren't I clever? But something that the Beach Boys, and as I mentioned in that Beatles video that I did a while ago, something that a lot of their songs, including this one, do, is to just produce what sounds like a happy, catchy tune, but the complexity is there as a subliminal thing. You perceive it, but it's not sort of all angular, dissonant time signature and key changes just to kind of demonstrate the chops of the people involved. Just an absolutely fantastic song. Brian Wilson, I think, described it as the best thing he'd ever done. I think I saw that as one of the quotes that was doing the rounds a little while ago. It had to be on the list, no question. Next.
Good Vibrations.
Okay, so it's an obvious choice, but how do you leave a song like this off the list? If you've ever seen that documentary about the Wrecking Crew, what that famous band of session musicians, including people like Hal Blaine and Tommy Tedesco, Carol Kay, Glenn Campbell even, there's, I think, if I remember correctly, there's a section on the recording of this song. And then I saw another documentary about recording studio techniques. I think it was on the BBC. And I can't remember the name of the guy who presented it, but he did go through the construction of this song and all of the edits that made it possible. Absolutely, name another song that sounded like this before this one came along. Okay, it was just like the world had never heard anything like Good Vibrations before we heard Good Vibrations. What an absolute masterpiece. As I say, it's an obvious choice, but you can't not put Good Vibrations on any list of Beach Boys, masterpieces. Next.
Wouldn't It Be Nice?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, this is the opening track from the Pet Sounds album, and what a first impression for any album to leave with you. It's just, again, it's another one of those where there is all kinds of complexity going on. You can hear the dog. I think there's a dog on the TV, and he's downstairs, and he's not happy about that. But yeah, all kinds of complexity going on in this song that you just don't notice because it's just such a well-crafted piece of music, a well-crafted song, a melody that just is instantly recognisable and instantly memorable. It's a great song, and it had to be on the list. Next.
Break Away.
Ask anyone of a certain vintage in the UK about, summers that they remember, and they'll always talk about the summer of 1976 when, the tarmac was melting on the roads, and it was hotter in the UK than in certain places in, southern Europe. I remember it vividly. We went on holiday to Blackpool that year, and lots of happy memories. And that is the essence of why this song's on the list. I was shocked when I looked it up that it actually came out in 1969. This song, because I vividly remember it being constantly on the radio during that long hot summer of '76. So I just associated it with it being a new release that year. So whatever year it came out, it just has those kind of happy memories of Blackpool Tower, and as I say, just a long hot summer that seemed to go on forever. And whenever I'm feeling a little bit misty-eyed and nostalgic, this is one of the songs that I will always just kind of dial in and just sit back there and relive those days. So yes, it had to be on the list. Next.
Sloop John B.
Not, it has to be said, a particularly complex song. I think it's 145. It's a 145 song, isn't it? Or maybe there's another. I think there's a minor chord in there as well. It's a long time since I played it, but no kind of clever key changes or time signature shifts or modulations or anything like that, but just a catchy tune. The arrangement is really fantastic. Again, on that Wrecking Crew documentary, I think Hal Blaine, the drummer, talks about how he approached the drum part for this. And when you listen to it, you can see, there are subtleties and stuff. There's cleverness there, even if it isn't in the form of complexity. Subtle difference, but it's an important one. And the main reason I have a soft spot for this song is because when I was at school, we had a little school band that used to play in assemblies and such like. And I seem to remember we did a version of this song with I think the school choir were involved, as I remember correctly, with doing different sections of the choir, doing the different an approximation of the Beach Boys' harmony vocal parts, and standing up in school assemblies. I think we did it every morning for a week, and it was just a happy time. And it was around about the time that does anyone remember in the 80s when there was that thing of like the Stars on 45 kind of compilation singles? Wasn't that there was a Beach Boys one that was doing the rounds back then, and that's where I first heard this song, like a little section of it on this 4-minute compilation mashup single. And then we ended up doing the full version in this little school band for a school assembly. Happy memories again, and as all of these songs are for me. So that's it. Those are my 5 picks for my favourite Beach Boys performances. Let me know what you think of this list. Let me know if you think there's any that I should have mentioned but didn't. I think I got all of the, you know, the kind of the obvious ones that had to be on there. But maybe your list is different. And if that's the case, please let me know down in the comments. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it entertaining in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it? Of course, don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We just have a beer and a chat, basically, and it's a great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.